Grab a couple of shutters and scrap wood for this clever entry hack. I'm transferring their height to an old bulletin board. I'm scoring the board with an X-Acto blade until the cut section breaks off. Some burlap fabric is being positioned under the bulletin board, then roughly cut to size with a little overlap. The burlap is getting steam ironed on both sides to remove all the wrinkles. The bulletin board is being placed on top of the burlap, cork side down, then stapled together from the back. I'm pulling on the fabric as I work to ensure the front is nice and smooth. Starting with a vintage dresser, I'm positioning both shutters on top, opening them both up into an L shape. The bulletin board is being placed in between the shutters. I'm attaching the two together with screws from the back. After opening both shutter slats, I'm measuring the width of the combined shutters and the depth of one. Using a miter saw, I'm cutting 3 boards that will fit inside the slats to that measurement to create shelves. Some cup hooks are being attached to the front sides of both shutters. Using a small drill bit to start a hole makes installing the hooks much easier. I'm now gathering some office supply essentials in small quantities. I'm now loading up the shelves with the office supplies and decor, then using the hooks to hang office items on one side and keys on the other. And my new shutters entry organizer is now ready to help me organize before I head out the front door. The shutters make the perfect adjustable shelving unit without needing to attach anything to the wall, making this idea super rent-friendly too. And with all the handy hooks in place, reaching for a pen to write a note or grabbing the keys on the way out the door is effortless. I'm really enjoying my shutters organizer, which would also make a wonderful addition to an office or phone station or wherever you wish.
I grabbed a roll of receipt paper. I started with a scrap cedar board 1x6 and I sanded it with 150 grit sandpaper. Then I grabbed a scrap piece of metal and I used side cutters to trim it just a little bit shorter than the width of the board, and then I spray painted it black and let it dry. I trimmed it to a similar length as the wood dowel. The next scrap thing was leather. I cut 2 small pieces, I folded them over, and I found some springs in my junk drawer, and I placed them underneath of the leather and I screwed that down. Lastly, I pre-drilled holes into the metal piece and then I screwed them to the bottom of the board. And now I have the perfect note board to leave all kinds of helpful messages, to-do lists, and reminders, like the one I just added. I grabbed this set of large house shutters from Facebook Marketplace, and here's how I turned them into something both beautiful and functional. I cut them in half, removed the nails, cleaned them, although I did like the rustic look, so I decided not to paint them. I screwed them together with the 2 taller pieces at the back. I made sure to pre-drill with a drill bit, and then I secured them with 3 2-inch screws along each side. And I left both pieces open at the back so that I could easily add the boards for a shelf. And that's how I converted these old shutters into a shelf. So easy.
On your next trip to Walmart, buy an inexpensive framed bulletin board in the office supply aisle. Take a piece of scrap fabric that is at least 3 inches larger than the bulletin board on all sides. Once you have trimmed the fabric, flip it all over once again so the fabric lies on top of the board. I found a product on Amazon that is an amazing upholstery hack. These upholstery tacks come in a long connected strip with a hole every 5 tacks. Take one of these strips and lay it along the inside of the bulletin board frame. Then take one of the separate tacks, place it into the hole in the tack strip, and gently tap it in with a hammer. Now flip the board over. Wrap the fabric around the frame to the back side and glue it down to the frame using a hot glue gun. Be sure to pull the fabric taut around the frame so there are no loose spots. After you glue an entire side down, let it dry and then cut off any excess fabric that is not glued down. Continue this process around the entire frame, folding the corners as you go and cutting off excess fabric. Once you hang your new upholstered bulletin board, use decorative push pins to hang important samples, photos of loved ones, reminder notes to yourself or your family, and anything that inspires you for future projects. I hope this inspired you to give a basic cork bulletin board a decorative glow up with scrap fabric and this upholstery tack hack.
You'll want to pick up some chicken wire when you see how it can organize your life to the hilt. I'm choosing a bulletin board size that can be completely covered with the chicken wire, leaving some additional room to wrap the edges. I'm cutting the chicken wire off the roll that I will need for later. Some reclaimed wood boards are being positioned around the bulletin board to create a frame. I'm measuring the width and height along the inside of the boards to ensure they create a perfect rectangle, then marking the measurements with a pencil. All 4 boards are getting cut using a miter saw, so I end up with 2 identically sized shorter and 2 longer boards. The boards are being repositioned back on the table using a carpenter's square in each corner to help with the square alignment. 2 pencil marks are being drawn on top of the shorter boards in each corner, then pre-drilled with a small drill bit. 1 screw is being inserted into each corner to start. Choosing an old off-white curtain panel with a nice texture, I'm spreading it onto a table, then positioning the bulletin board on top. Using scissors, I'm cutting around the bulletin board, leaving enough seam allowance to fold over the edges. The fabric is getting ironed, then placed back down on a clean table, good side down. With the bulletin board back on top, good side down, I'm folding the fabric around the short edge of the bulletin board first, then stapling the 2 corners in place. More staples are being added as needed, pulling the fabric smooth as I work. For the corners, I'm running my finger along the current fold so the fabric lays as smooth as possible. I'm now placing the chicken wire on the table, holding it down with thumbtacks so it lays flat. The fabric-covered bulletin board is being positioned in the middle of the chicken wire. Starting with 2 shorter sides first, I'm pulling on the wire, then wrapping it around the edges and stapling it into place, then continuing the same with the longer sides. Choosing my installation zone, I'm positioning a few boards on top of the furniture piece to the height I want the board to hang. I'm attaching the chicken wire board to the wall using long finishing nails, leaving me the proud owner of the cutest organizing board in the land. I love how the rustic wood marries the simple chicken wire mesh against that soft white fabric so everything has a fresh, neutral look. The chicken wire allows you to use virtually any hooks to hang your accessories, making hanging and dismounting effortless. And the bulletin board allows you to use push pins. While I'm using my board as a decorative command center, it can also be used to hang craft supplies, paintbrushes, tools, dried flowers, receipts, artwork, or whatever you wish.